Well, I know I ain't your free bird and I ain't no simple man. Oh, I'm just another person with a song stuck in my head. Oh, I'm just another idiot with nothing new to say. And I'm hoping that don't matter and you'll like me anyway. Cause I'm trying just to carve a little niche, but I'm up against a big wall, man, and it won't budge an inch. So I'm looking for an answer buried deep within my mind, and every time I find it, it just moves right to the side.
Hidden Jams would not have been recorded without the continued support of viewers like you.
What up, everyone? This is Hidden Jams. I'm Andy Soroka. Today we are chilling here with Seth Becker, and we're going to hear his song, Leave the Light On, and then we're going to talk to Seth about some music. Alright guys, thank you so much.
I'm still here, but down near time. And if still there, I'll leave the lights on. Talking myself out of loving you, lying to myself just to make it true. Ooh. Just to make it true. Ooh. And I can't escape the web I'm in. The more I find, the less I'll win. Keeping my eye on the door that night, hold my ground even if you're right. Even if you're right. Big skies hit harder than moonshine. Nighttime is brighter than today. In your eyes, the color of deep red wine. My lies keep you away. Keep you away. Hey, hey, hey. Keep you away. Hey, hey, hey. And I can't imagine trying to love me. Kick out my legs and you'll be free. Go ahead and find a man that can love you more than I can. Yeah. More than I can. Yeah. Big skies get hotter than moonshine. Nighttime is brighter than today. In your eyes, the color of deep red wine. My lies keep you away. Keep you away. Hey, hey, hey. Keep you away. Hey, hey, hey. Shadows in a dark room. Sailors sing to the siren songs of June. Shadows in a dark room. Sailors sing to the siren songs of June. Shadows in a dark room. Sailors sing to the siren songs of June. Shadows in a dark room. Sailors sing the siren songs of June. Big skies hit harder than moonshine. Nighttime is brighter than today. In your eyes, leave you away. Hey.
Thanks for watching Season 1 of Hidden Jams. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for Season 2.
Seth, thank you so much, man. You were
Thanks for having me out.
super awesome musician, dude.
Thanks.
So how did it start for you, man? What was the
Like
talk about
the
that.
trucks, the origin story.
Yeah.
My Iron Man in the desert.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of grew up in a very musical family. Like, my parents didn't play, but like all my extended family played, and I kind of grew up listening to a lot of like punk music, Black Flag, Bad Brains, and a lot of indie music like Old Kings of Leon, The Killers,
Nice.
and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I really didn't want anything to do with, you know, like folk music, or as I called it, country crap at the time, which I've learned what real country is and what the other crap is since then. But you know, so I got a guitar. I was doing a really bad Stevie Ray Vaughan impression, all that stuff, you know, like what most guitarists do. And then like I kind of grew up out of it, and you know, started listening to a lot more like Bob Dylan, John Prine, you know,
Nice.
Blue Moon Cafe type stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, from there I've just kind of like merged the two, so it's like a little bit higher energy than you would find like in most like quote unquote folk music, but it
Yeah.
just kind of like rides that line of like rock music and folk music.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that was like, so were you ever in like a punk band like growing up? Did you ever like kind of explore that style?
Yeah, I was in a bad indie band in high school, and whenever I say bad indie band, like Nash always like teasing me about it, like it wasn't that bad, but you know, it wasn't great. It wasn't like a full-time job or anything like that. And you know, we played some originals, played like a lot. You know, we played killer covers, and you know, we had a female singer, which was awesome. She writes, and she's absolutely amazing. Terrence Prennett, great songwriter, great singer. And from there, I kind of, you know, went out of that.
Did you sing at all in that first project?
Yeah, not too much, but I sang a little bit. You know, towards the end of it, where Taryn, she went off to college, and I was like singing a little, like quite a bit more in the band. But when I was starting out, I never like saw myself as being a like singer-songwriter.
Wow, so that's, I mean, you've really developed your voice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's super unique and it's super powerful.
Well, thanks.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty loud.
Yeah, no, that's good. And that's,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm a loud singer.
that makes people, you feel it.
Yeah.
You absolutely like feel it in your chest when people are, you know, they bring that much like power and resonance to it.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
You know, I try to like, you know, because especially during our live shows, I try to be as, you know, on the edge as possible without going like too far and just, you know, being a screamo band with acoustic instruments or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I try to keep it, you know, raw. I'll sing different lines different ways at like different intensities, you know, just kind of like whatever the song's calling for at the time, you know. And then I like that song and stuff. I would consider that song like a pretty quiet song for me.
Oh, wow.
I've been writing a lot more quieter songs
Yeah.
lately too.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's give me a little bit of a challenge because I'm used to just kind of like belting it out, and it's good to like bring it back every once in a while.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So that's so high school was kind of like indie punk, and then
Yep.
like what led into like after high school?
Well, I was kind of like when I was graduating high school, I was kind of like on the fence of going into news broadcasting because I wanted to be a cameraman. Like that was my thing. Like all through high school, like I was in our video English class, and it's like what I did.
Oh, nice.
And I kind of thought music was a side thing. And then my music teacher at the time kind of brought me in, and he's like, "You're not bad. You should really kind of take this a little further."
Yeah.
So I went to Herkimer County Community College for music. And there is like really when I started doing the whole singer-songwriter thing, because I met a guy, Adam Ludeman, and we started a band, the Birdseed Bandits, at college.
Excellent. Oh, okay. And that band was around for a while. You guys.
Yeah, I think we played for, like 4.5, 5 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good run.
So that's like this is like kind of late teens or like early 20s as this started.
Yeah, like late. Like I think we started the Birdseed Bandits when I was 18. And yeah, I think I was like 22, 23 when I ended. So yeah, and kind of like growing up in it, you don't really know the quote unquote rules of playing shows and stuff.
Yeah.
So like when we were first starting out, we were opening shows as like a duo with acoustic guitar and banjo, like hardcore bands in Ilion, and we would open up those shows, and like that's kind of where like the intensity and like having these instruments but bringing that rawness to it.
Oh, that's so cool.
So we were like out intensity.
Yeah.
In these like hardcore bands in Ilion, we're just like, oh yeah, like we can keep doing this. This is fun. Like, it's like what Adam said at the time. It's rough music that you can show your parents.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you can show your parents some acoustic music and they're like, oh yeah, like that's not too intense. But then, you kind of show some younger people and like, oh yeah, they're going pretty crazy with those acoustic instruments. Like,
yeah, I find that really, really interesting because, you guys have a unique sound, and to hear how you kind of built and cultivated that sound and how it just kind of like happened out of circumstances and what you guys, that's really cool.
Yeah, and like a big thing at the time too is like, this was around 2010, and we started doing this, and then like a year later, which helped us a lot, was like Mumford Sons happened.
Yeah.
So like once that happened, this kind of like acoustic music kind of came to the mainstream.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
We're just like, oh, like people actually like what we're doing right now. We should actually kind of go for this.
Yeah.
Because at the time we weren't taking it all that seriously, and then like kind of when that hit and people, warmed up to the fact of having a banjo in a band, which at the time like what I thought when I was younger, like that's country,
not a rock instrument.
Yeah, that's like a hillbilly instrument, which like come to terms with it. I'm a hillbilly. I'm from the Adirondacks. Like, I should just embrace it while I'm here, like.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that helped us a lot, and it even kind of like resonates now, where a lot of people that were like around my age when Mumford Sons came out, and they listened to that, they won 1 million Grammys and everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like people seem a bit less, afraid to book acoustic like quote unquote acoustic acts now, because it's been received well. Yeah.
Now, did you guys have drums in that project?
I played drums with my feet while I played.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was just standing there, and I would just like, I had a kick drum and a hi-hat.
Yeah.
And I had great calves at the time. And I would just like stand there and like, and that's actually why I started wearing boots, because like I needed like some sort of heel.
Yeah.
So I didn't like fall backwards.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So I had like I had my work boots at the time, and like it kind of kept me leveled out. And at the end of the show, it was like running a marathon, because we play like 3-4 hour shows, and I'm singing, playing harmonica, guitar,
dude,
all the foot stuff, and I'm just like, oh, like it was a lot of work, but it was so fun.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Like that was just the whole rhythm section of myself.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hell yeah. So so now that was like Birdseed Bandits, like, and that was like early 20s that kind of started wrapping up, and then what was
well, kind of actually like the next step out of that was in my high school band is where I met Nash, and he played rhythm guitar in that band, and I met him through some mutual friends, and we really hit it off. We had very similar tastes, like very similar like sense of humor. We became very good friends, and I went off to college and started the Birdseed Bandits, and one day I just kind of like got a hold of Nash after I bought an upright bass from our banjo player's ex-girlfriend, because she just had it in the back of her car and she wasn't doing anything with it, and like we didn't have a bass player at the time. It's just the two of us, and I'm like, oh, I'll just buy this upright bass, see what happens,
Yeah.
So I call up Nash and I just like bring the bass over to his house and like, okay, learn this and join our band. And he like, once that happened is when we became like really serious with it, and we started playing 4 times a week, and it's a full-time job now, and we all really grew really fast, like in the area, and like I was saying, like we didn't really know, because we were so young when we started playing shows, we didn't really know like what not to do, so we were just doing every show that we could possibly do, and I think it worked out for us in the long run, because we put a lot of legwork in really early, so just getting the name out.
That's the when you're in a band, it's like it's hard to find the right path that you should be going on, or like how you should be going about this, and like all right, the venue told me this, is is that a standard thing? You know, there's really no handbook to all that stuff.
No,
so
it's a big question mark, because you know, and we did everything in house and we still do. Like, everything's in house, all of our booking. Like, you know, we're very involved with like our writing, our producing of albums. I do all of our album work, all our album artwork and stuff like that.
Wow.
Like, we try to keep everything as in house as possible, because it's just like that's how we've just always done it.
Yeah.
And because he said, like, there is no handbook to how it's supposed to go. It's like, oh, what do you charge for a 4-hour show in a town that's 6 hours away from your home base?
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't know their budget. So it's like, how do you work around
and
that?
Then, you throw a number too high, you rub people the wrong way,
Exactly.
and they're like, oh, who the hell are you guys?
Yeah,
Like,
throw it too low, you can't really raise it after you do that. And it's just this whole song and dance in of itself is just like the whole industry of it.
Yep.
And I learned a little bit from her, because me and Nash went to Herkimer for music industry.
Yeah.
So we were able, like, we knew like all of our copyright law and like what we really can and can't do and all that stuff. But, you know, there is no rules to how to quote unquote make it.
Yeah.
You know, how to be a successful band.
Yeah.
And like, I wouldn't even say that, like, right now we're not a successful band. You know, like, we're just still putting in all the legwork, cold calling every place we can, and just trying to make it happen.
Well, you guys are certainly awesome. The name of that band, in case you guys don't know, is the Old Main. And you guys are super awesome. So how long has the Old Main been?
About 4.5 years.
Nice.
So yeah, this summer will be our like 5th year anniversary.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's been great.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the sound that I've had in my head for a long time, and along with Nash, and we've just been so happy with what's been happening.
I think, you know, as being a musician myself, and like, just to hear you say that is like, you know, this, to me, somebody making it. The fact, you know, like the sound that you got in your head, that you guys all agree with. You guys are all, you look so happy, you know, like, you guys always look so comfortable with each other. I see you guys hanging out. If I run into one of you, you know, like, both of you guys are hanging out, and like, that's awesome.
And that's kind of like what we try to do, is like, if we're not having fun on and off the stage, then why do it?
Yeah.
Because it's like, you're there to play music for people, and it's like, we've written these songs, and like, now, like, we've noticed some people in the crowd are like singing our original songs like while we're playing them. Yeah. That's an insane feeling. And it's like that. Like, if you're not having fun doing that, then like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Like, that's the most fun that you could have. And it's like, finding the right people to have that fun with is a huge thing. Because like I was telling you earlier, it's like, rule number 1 in our band is like, we need to like you.
Yeah.
You know. Because we started off when the Birdseed Bandits ended as a duo with just guitar and bass, and that was the rule that we laid down. It's like, we want to have a full band, but we need to be able to hang out with everyone in this band. Like, we don't want to just be in a band. We want to be like a small family.
Yeah, it's super important, and I think a lot of the time, you know, that doesn't always happen in a lot of bands.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, having that core synergy working for you is ultimately going to lead everyone, you know, away from center, but into the same type of sound, into the same type of thing, where everyone's like comfortable.
And that's the thing. Like, when you're out to see a band, you can tell if they're comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's that like stage chemistry that really draws people in, and like, that's kind of a big thing that I've noticed a lot lately. Is, you know, it's not even just the music people are coming for. They're just coming to see guys hang out.
Yeah.
And, like, we joke around on stage. Like, we get to know everyone that comes to shows, and we'll call them out from the stage and make fun of them. They're making fun of us. Like, it's just this like whole like just happy atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like, some of our songs are just like the most depressing things that you'll ever hear, but everyone's still having fun, which is like, you know, it's like that weird mixture of just like keeping the authenticity there and keeping it in our songs, on our stage show, and like just with each other.
Yeah.
Like, being able to be honest with each other with songwriting, and, you know, with playing out, and it's just great.
What was it like, the solo, the Seth Becker, like, writing, like, the nights that you just spent, like, you know, you got those like long nights, right, where you're just like sitting with a guitar.
Oh yeah, that's
like,
that's last night and every night before that.
Nice.
Like, because like I don't sleep. I have insomnia. I don't sleep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm lucky if I get 3 hours in.
Really?
And it's just how I run. And
wow.
I've just kind of always run that way.
Oh,
and I do all of my writing at night. So
really?
like, I'll start writing at probably like midnight, 11 o'clock or so. And it's kind of a juxtaposition between me and Nash's writing is if I don't have a song done in 15 minutes, I throw that notebook across the room and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, I can't, like, I'm not gonna, like, if I don't crack that code in 15 minutes, I'm not gonna crack it.
Yeah.
So I'll write and, like, I'll write an entire song in, 10 minutes. And, like, that's what the song is.
Oh wow.
And, like, juxtaposed to Nash will, pine over the lyrics and just, like, cadences of his vocal and all this stuff, which is great because when we write together, there's just that mix of it, of, like, my spontaneous, like, okay, give me 5 minutes and I'll write you a bridge for that song.
Yeah.
And then his, like, little fine tweaking here and there. And,
Okay.
And that's been really great having that writing style between us. Because, like, separately, because he's the same way, he'll, just stay up all night and write. And then we'll just get together, and just kind of bounce those ideas off each other.
Nice.
And
That's
iron the rest of it out.
Yeah, that's cool. That that's because that's the side of like original and local music that people don't see is like like these hours and these hours of like sitting and like tweaking and tinkering with things, and you're like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yep.
Let me like this one word is throwing this whole entire phrase off, and it's like I love that.
Yeah, it's like there's a song right now that we're writing. And, like, the big hang-up of, like, why we haven't played it out yet is what octave I should start the chorus at vocally. Because I want to start it low and then build, and Nash like, no, you got to start it high and keep going. And I'm like, oh, why go? I want to go low. And, like, it's just that whole thing. And it's just that, like, tiny little hang-up. And it's, like you said, it's, like, what people don't see. It's like we're bickering husband and wife.
Yeah.
Back there, just like, like, let's just tweak this. Like, it's, and, like we always say, like, the two big things that people don't see is, songwriting and practicing, which we do constantly, and set up and tear down at shows.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we get there 2 hours before a show, and we're there an hour and a half after the show, setting up and tearing down the sound system.
That's already, on a 3 hour show, that's 3, 5, 6. So you're up to like 6, 7 hours, not including travel time.
Exactly. Yeah. And people just like, oh yeah, they just evaporated here, and now they're here playing music, and they'll evaporate away when I, get my last beer for the night and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's,
it's like we don't pay to play. We pay to like set up the sound system and tear it down. Yeah. That's what we do.
Oh, that's awesome. How many shows do you think you've played?
Oh, yeah.
Like roughly.
Oh man, I have no idea. Maybe I'd say close to 600.
That's awesome.
Probably close to 700. Because like during the summer we're playing 5 days a week or so, and we play like if we don't play for a weekend, it is a weird weekend.
Oh, I mean like how many shows has Seth Becker since like the age of 13?
Oh,
roughly.
Man. Oh man. Maybe like 1,200.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the Birdseed Bandits, towards the end, we were playing quite a bit too.
And when you started this whole thing, when you started, just like tinkering around with the guitar, playing some chords, do you ever think like...
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Like I said, like I thought I was gonna be like a cameraman for News Channel 2. Like that was like my goal, and then just bent the right way, and now I'm playing as much as I can.
Dude, you got an amazing voice and an amazing
thanks.
style, and it's really cool. It's time for the lightning round, everybody. All right, give me 1 minute on the clock, and let's do some lightning round questions, my friend. Do you play your instrument in the bathroom?
Yes.
Nice.
Great acoustics in there.
Yeah.
I write in the bathroom.
Nice.
Good.
Excellent. Favorite candy?
Milky Way.
Oh, nice. First album you bought with your own money?
Led Zeppelin box set.
What was the format it was on?
CD.
Nice. How do you order your burger cooked?
Medium rare.
Okay. What movie have you watched the most amount of times in your life?
I'm a huge movie guy. Hold on. Can I say collectively Lord of the Rings Extended Edition?
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen that billion. And like close second is probably Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite instrument? Maybe not necessarily one you play, but like, what's your favorite?
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes?
Yeah.
Do you play
I
bagpipes?
cry every time. Like I will well up every time I hear
Oh,
bagpipes.
that's awesome.
It's just such a powerful instrument.
Have you ever like played them or anything?
No, I want to so bad.
I want to play the violin so bad. I've never been able to play that. Favorite local show you ever been to?
The Rusty Dove's last show.
Nice.
At the train station.
Okay.
It's just like a very great,
remember that.
emotional, like everyone was just having such a good time, and I miss the Rusty Doves so much. And like everyone that played so good, and it was such a good show.
Nice.
Yeah.
2 more. Favorite type of cheese?
Vermont sharp cheddar.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. And now name something that everyone looks stupid doing.
Pooping.
Nice. It's true.
Yeah.
It's very, very true.
Everyone poops.
And for the bonus question, what is the funniest band name you can think of in 5 seconds?
Swinging Dicks.
Swinging Dicks. I like it.
It's a big band.
Yeah.
Like, think of like a big band, and like everyone in the band's name is Richard.
Yeah.
And it's just like a big swing band, and it's the Swinging Dicks.
Yes. I love that. That should absolutely be a band. If anyone is watching out there, please put that project together, because I'm definitely going to come to those shows.
I want to be in that band.
Yeah.
I will learn saxophone for that.
I can see the suits and everything.
Yeah.
That is great. Yeah.
Just everyone wearing like a flesh-colored suit.
Yes.
And everyone just the Swinging Dicks.
Swinging Dicks. Awesome, dude. Seth, any shout outs that you want to give? Anything on the Old Main projects?
Our last album, Too Far Gone, is available everywhere. We have our live album is being mixed right now. That should be out hopefully soon. Who knows when?
Yeah.
And we're writing our 3rd one right now.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
You guys are absolutely going to find links to the Old Main, a bunch of videos, a bunch of YouTube stuff, any links that I can dig up on these guys, you guys are going to see in the comments. So, Seth, dude, seriously, really appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me out.
No, this was awesome, man.
Good.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And catch up with you next time. Fade out. Fade out.
It takes a lot of courage to get through the hard times. Takes a lot of practice to sharpen out blurred lines. Takes a lot of things that you'll never say, but for all the words that make it, they will carry their weight. It takes a lot of moments that you need to make right. It takes a lot of long days, a whole lot of long nights. Takes a lot of dreams that you'll never see, but for all the dreams that take, you'll find the one that you need.
Wow, that show was bananas!